Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video I'm going to do a shape review of the Zowie S2, and I'm also going to compare it to the Razer Viper Mini. So with that out of the way, let's get this started. So the S2 is, I'm sure a lot of you guys have probably used it, but it's a very interesting shape. At first glance, it actually looks a little bit like an XM1, but with slightly higher buttons, and the flares on the left and right side aren't as aggressive. When I first put my hand on it, it almost reminded me a bit of the G Pro when I had used it, but I realized that it's not exactly like the G Pro. And don't get me wrong, let me preface the rest of what I'm going to say by saying that this is a really, really good shape. Zowie shapes are pretty, famous for good reason, and this shape is no exception. It's so comfortable, so easy to get a grip on it, and I can see why this mouse has gained a lot of popularity over the years. But I have 90 by 10 hands, and in claw grip, this mouse is really good. But I realize that this mouse feels a lot like a Viper Mini, and that might be a weird thing to say, but the shape, if you guys see, the shape is fundamentally very similar to the Viper Mini. The camera might not do it justice, but the only real big difference, or the two big differences between the Viper Mini and the S2 are the button height. The Razer has slightly lower buttons, but it also has these comfort curves, which are deeper and make the buttons a little bit lower. And then the width. The S2 is clearly a little bit wider than the Viper Mini. So what does that mean when you put your hand on it? Well, on the Viper Mini, I get more of an aggressive grip because it's a smaller mouse for my hand, and it feels narrower in the hand. And when I grip the S2, it feels just like a wider and rounder Viper Mini. That's all I can say. If you're somebody that doesn't like the front flares of the Viper Mini, and you think that these flares are too aggressive, then the S2 might be a great option for you. But really, that's all I can say. The S2 feels like a slightly larger and rounder Viper Mini. They feel really, really similar in the hand, which I was very surprised by. But yeah, I really like the S2. The one thing I want to mention is that the clicks coming from the Viper Mini, the clicks are super light on the S2. And I've misclicked a lot in game already, so yeah. If I were to mention any, there's really nothing else to say, honestly. Oh, I do want to say that if you like the S2 and you don't want to shell out $70 for the S2-C, then I recommend trying out the Viper Mini. This mouse is $30, and it's honestly just as good feature-wise as the S2-C, besides the cable. So, yeah, the Viper Mini, fantastic mouse. S2, fantastic mouse. They're both great mice. Love their shapes. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe.